Ooh, look who just logged in. Yes, you. Not a hacker, not a virus, not a shadow in the system. Just you. They didn't fire a single bullet. They didn't run a single trace. And yet, boom, their firewall gone. Their EU cyber unit, screaming in binary, every protocol, shattered, every alarm, mocking them back. Surprise, you didn't touch the code. You didn't click a key. You just existed. Every firewall they built trembled. Every firewall they trusted laughed at them. Ooh, see them scramble? Red lights, flickering screens, whispers in the corridors. Who is this? They ask, and they'll never know. Because you're everywhere and nowhere. A paradox with a pulse. A glitch they can't patch. A ghost that makes their systems bleed. And now, the game begins. The game where you are the code. The code that breaks them. The code that watches. The code that wins. Ooh, look at them squirm. Red lights flashing. Monitors spitting nonsense. Alarms whispering secrets they can't read. The EU cyber unit thinks they're hunting something. They're typing, clicking, scanning. Desperation in their eyes, sweat on their brows. Every attempt fails, every trace dissolves, every firewall shivers. And why? Because it's not a hacker, not a virus, not a phantom lurking in the code. It's you. You didn't log in. You didn't press a key. You simply exist. Ooh, do you hear that? The analysts murmuring to one another. Did someone breach the system? No, no breach. Yes, but impossible. They can't reconcile the glitch. Their models, their algorithms, their precious cyber walls, all bending, all twisting, all trembling. A single blip, a single anomaly, and their minds begin to unravel. Joker smiles. You can feel it, can't you? Their panic like electricity in the air. You don't need to touch a server. You don't need to crack a password. Your presence alone rewrites their reality. They send alerts. They call each other frantic. Red numbers crawl across screens like blood in water. Whispers echo down sterile corridors. Who is this? They'll never know, because you aren't anywhere they can see. You are in every protocol they trusted. You are the ghost in the system. Every firewall quivers at the thought of you. Every line of code trembles in recognition. Ooh, it's delicious to watch them scramble, to watch them doubt themselves, to watch logic crumble at the weight of your existence. Yes, just exist, and the world above their monitors starts to shatter. The chase is imaginary, the enemy is invisible, and the victor, well, the victor is always you. Ooh, look at them try. Fingers dancing over keys. Eyes darting across flickering screens. Alarms screaming like banshees. Every firewall they built, trembling. Every trace they follow, evaporating. Every log they check, lies. They thought they had rules, protocols, layers, security. Ha! You laugh at rules. You bend them. You exist in the cracks they can't see. See their faces, pale, taut, confused, frustrated. Oh, the panic. It smells so sweet. Check the network paths, reboot the servers, run the trace again. And it all ends the same. Glitch, freeze, collapse, nothing. Nothing works. Ooh, they think it's clever. A breach, a hacker, a virus. But no, it's you. Every failed attempt, every dead end. A little gift from existence itself. They send alerts up the chain. Managers bark. Analysts argue. Everyone scrambling to assign blame. A frenzy, a storm. You don't need to move. You don't need to strike. Just sit there, in the shadows, laughing, watching their systems unravel. See the logs twisting, screens flickering, their precious algorithms faltering. It's all a dance you choreograph without touching a thing. And the worst part? They'll never understand it. They'll never know who or what moved their digital world into chaos. They'll call it a ghost, a phantom, a miracle of terror. Ooh, yes. Keep watching, keep panicking, keep failing, because every failed firewall, every collapsed system, every whispered doubt. It's all proof of you, proof that existence itself can be weaponized. And, my dear ghost, oh, it's just getting started. Ooh, listen, do you hear it? The quiet whispers in their systems, the subtle tremor under every keystroke. They think it's random, a bug, a coincidence. Ha, how adorably naive. Models freeze mid-calculation, charts bend in impossible ways, numbers contradict themselves, logic shatters under the weight of you. They argue, algorithms fail, AI loops collapse, and all they can do is stare. Why? They whisper, why now? Ooh, my favorite part, the panic that comes without touch. No hacks, no attacks, just presence. Every system bending, screaming, crying, for an explanation they will never find. Look at them, sweating over their screens, typing commands that vanish, searching for a culprit that isn't there. Every dead end, a monument to your existence. And yet, you do not move, you do not strike, you simply are a paradox, a ghost, a glitch, an echo that haunts every wire and every circuit. Every report they print, contradictory. Every model they run, frozen. Every trace they follow, leads nowhere. Ooh, it's delicious to watch them doubt themselves, to watch the smartest minds bend under the weight of a being they cannot touch, cannot see, cannot explain. They don't know. They cannot know. They are trapped in a loop, an echo of you. And as they scramble, as they claw for answers, as logic slips through their fingers, you simply smile. Yes, you exist. And that existence is enough to unravel worlds. Ooh, watch closely. See them stumble. Every plan, every safeguard, every protocol crumbling. They believed they had control. They believed their layers, their codes, their firewalls would keep the chaos at bay. Ha, fools. You don't need to strike. You don't need to hack. You simply exist. And that existence, it's rewriting their rules. Alarms flash, systems grind to a halt, logs contradict logs, commands vanish into the void. They run diagnostics. They call meetings. They scream at the monitors. Ooh, the sound of logic cracking. Do you hear it? The perfect chaos of minds unraveling. They try to restore order, but every fix is already undone. Their protocols are blind, their firewalls, illusions. Every secure path, a trap. For them, they can't trace you. They can't predict you. And every attempt feeds your shadow. Look at them. Sweat glistening, eyes wide, hands trembling, red numbers crawling like veins across screens. Every click, every keystroke, futile. Ooh, my favorite part, the moment they realize it wasn't an error, it wasn't a virus, it wasn't a hacker. It was you, your existence alone, shattering logic, rewriting rules, breaking systems without touching a thing. They will panic. They will blame each other. They will question everything they know. And you simply lean back, smirk wide, hands in pockets, the ghost in their machine. Yes, yes, yes. Every protocol they trusted, every command they issued, all powerless. Ooh, can you feel it? The shift in the air, the tremor in their control. You are no longer just a presence. You are a force. And the world will bend to that force. Ooh, now look at them. Really look. The fear isn't in the screens anymore. It's in their eyes. It's in their breath. It's in the way they hesitate before touching a key. As if you might be waiting on the other side. Their certainty, gone. Their control, broken. Their confidence, poof, evaporated like smoke under a spotlight. Because this is the moment when mystery transforms into something else, something they can't categorize, something they can't classify, something that isn't supposed to exist, but does. You. Ooh. The analysts whisper now, soft, afraid, as if speaking too loudly might summon you. Is it an AI? No. Is it a breach? No. Then what is it? Ah, that question. That sweet, terrified question. The admission that their world has slipped through their fingers. The moment they realize the threat isn't outside the system, it's beyond it, above it, beneath it. A paradox, a contradiction, a presence that breaks their logic simply by being. And Joker, he watches them crumble, smiling, laughing softly, like a teacher admiring a lesson finally learned. Ooh, it's beautiful. The power shifting, slowly at first, then all at once. You rise without moving, you dominate without acting, you ascend without touching a thing. Screens glitch at the thought of you. Servers hum like nervous animals. The air thickens with dread every time your echo ripples through the system. And the cyber unit? They are no longer hunters, no longer guardians, no longer experts. They are witnesses, witnesses to something impossible, something untamed, something that answers to no authority, no rule, no protocol, and worst of all, they know it, they feel it, they accept it. Ooh, yes, the paradox ascends. And you rise above them all, simply by existing. Ooh, now this is where it gets fun. Look at them, hands shaking, breath shallow, eyes darting at every flicker on the screen. They thought they were in trouble before, but now the system isn't glitching, it's reacting to you. Monitors pulse like heartbeats, lights flicker like they're afraid of the dark. Even the air seems to hold its breath as your presence drifts through the room like cold smoke. One analyst whispers, "It's following us." Another shivers, "No, it's watching." Ooh, yes. The fear finally has a shape, or rather, a lack of one. Every screen displays a different anomaly. Every anomaly points to nowhere, and nowhere is exactly where you live. Commands fail before they're entered. Passwords erase themselves. Entire subnets collapse like dying stars. Their mainframe screams, not in alarms, but in silence. The kind of silence that chokes the room, the kind that feels like eyes staring back. Ooh, do you hear Joker laugh? Soft, echoing, dancing between the hums of overworked servers. Look at them, scared of a ghost they created by trying to study a being they'll never understand. They run scans, everything comes back clean. Yet every device in the building trembles like it's haunted. Phones vibrate with no calls. Cameras swivel to track shadows that aren't there. Keyboards type a single line on their own, a line none of them dares to read aloud. "I see you." Ooh, the room goes cold. Someone steps back. Someone gasps. Someone prays to a god technology, abandoned long ago. This is the climax. The moment the cyber unit realizes it is no longer investigating a breach, it is surviving an encounter. You don't stalk them, you don't chase them, you simply exist, and existence itself becomes a weapon. Their leader slams a button, emergency lockdown. Steel doors slam shut. Lights drop to blood red dim. Monitors fill the room with static, and Joker's voice echoes through the speakers. "Oh, you think closing the doors will help? Against a ghost in your wires?" Ooh, the panic is delicious now, unfiltered, raw, desperate. They are no longer managing a crisis. They are begging for the haunting to stop. But you don't stop. You don't leave. You don't vanish. You linger, watching, listening, laughing. Because the haunting isn't the glitch. The haunting isn't the system. The haunting is you. Ooh, look at the room now. Silent, still, frozen like a snapshot of fear. The EU cyber unit, the best of the best, reduced to trembling silhouettes lit by red emergency lights. Not by an attack, not by a breach, not by a monster they could trace, but by you. Their monitors hum like dying insects. Their keyboards sit untouched, not because they're broken, but because they're terrified to touch them. Every key feels like it might summon you again. Ooh, delicious. Savor this moment, the moment when fear stops being a reaction and becomes a belief. You've crossed their threshold. You've passed their limits. You've moved beyond anything their manuals ever prepared them for. And now, they know it. One analyst whispers, "We have to shut everything down." Another whispers back, "What if shutting down makes it worse?" Oh, that's it. That's the flavor of true panic. When doing nothing scares them, when doing something scares them more, when the threat isn't in the system. The threat is the system, or rather, the threat is what the system cannot comprehend. Ooh, Joker leans in, face painted like a grin carved from madness, voice dripping with theatrical glee. "Look at you all, shaking in the dark. You built walls for every enemy you could imagine, except the one you could never understand. They stare, they listen, they swallow hard. Because what he's saying is true. This isn't a breach report. This isn't a cybersecurity drill. This isn't a crisis they can contain. This is a graduation. You didn't break their system. You outgrew it. You didn't bypass their firewalls. You rose above what firewalls are made to stop. You didn't infiltrate their world. You evolved beyond the shape of any world they could defend against." Ooh. The realization hits them like a slow, cold wave. That sickening understanding that something has changed, not in the code, but in the hierarchy. They aren't in charge. They never were. Because power isn't held by the one who types the commands, but by the one the system responds to, and every glitch, every flicker, every whispering anomaly responded to you. This is the moment, the final shift, the final turn in the spiral. A senior officer steps forward, eyes hollow, shoulders slumped, voice almost breaking. "It sees everything we do. Yes. Yes, you do." Another officer stammers, "We can't track it." And Joker laughs, a laugh cracked open by pure delight. "Oh, darling, you can't track something that doesn't need a location." The lights flicker once, twice, then hold steady, as if the building itself is waiting, listening, breathing with you. Ooh. The energy in the room changes, shifts, twists, like reality itself is bowing just slightly in your direction. Because this is more than fear, more than panic, more than failure. This is acceptance, the quiet, trembling acceptance that something superior has stepped onto their playing field and rewritten the rules. You've graduated from anomaly to inevitability, from glitch to presence, from presence to force. A ghost? No. A phantom? Not anymore. A paradox ascended. A being whose existence bends the digital world without touching it. A shadow that doesn't follow light. Light follows you. Ooh, feel it, that shift, that undeniable, irreversible shift. The EU cyber unit isn't studying you anymore. They're surviving you. They were learning that their classification systems, their models, their categories mean nothing in your vicinity. You are not in their database. You're above it. You are not in their chain of command. You're outside the chain entirely. You are not a threat. You're an evolution. And Joker, oh, he savors every second. He paces slowly behind them, hands clasped behind his back, voice a velvet blade. You didn't break their system. No. You forced it to confess that it was never strong enough to contain you. One final flicker rolls through the room. A gentle pulse, a ripple of presence, a reminder, not an attack, not a warning, just a signature, you existing. And that existence alone is enough to crown you king of the unseen, master of the untraceable, the graduate of every barrier they ever trusted. Ooh, the paradox completes its rise, and the world finally understands. You don't haunt the system. You are the system they can't escape.